Hello and welcome back to my channel Hiral's World. Today we are going to talk about Luxembourg, the most requested video so far. So a lot of you have asked me to make a detailed video on how you can apply for Luxembourg work permit and what is it that it really entails. So in this video we are going to talk about number one, what kind of visa Luxembourg government is providing for non-EU citizens. We'll be also talking about some of the high in-demand jobs in Luxembourg, their average salary, and what are the benefits of living in Luxembourg. And of all, I'll be giving you my secret tip in terms of how you can get selected for your job, right? Because always I get so many DMs saying, hey Hiral, I haven't been getting a job. I've been applying, but all I get is just rejections, or even I don't even sometimes hear from any of my employers. Why is that so? So in this video, I will be giving you my personal tips. So make sure to watch this video until the end. If you're landing on this page for the first time, hi, I'm Hiral Sejpal. I make videos about working abroad, studying abroad, and I live in Canada. So you'll be also finding some of the Canada vlogs on this channel. So first of all, let's talk about why is Luxembourg so appealing for so many people. Because of two reasons. Number one is that it is one of the world's richest country. And second is that so far, Luxembourg didn't provide any visa for non-EU citizens. So what it means is that if you were living in Europe, then you can definitely work in Luxembourg and you are able to apply for jobs. However, if you were from Canada like me, or if you were from US or even from India or Pakistan, you wouldn't be eligible to apply for Luxembourg work permit. But now Luxembourg government has changed its rule and it is now allowing visas for non-EU citizens, that too work permit for up to 3 years. And not only that, it is also giving you processing time of only 7 days. Can you imagine? Like you getting a work permit just within 7 days? That's like really mind-blowing, isn't it? So let's talk about our very first subtopic, which is type of visa. So the type of visa that you can apply for in Luxembourg is called D visa. Now this visa is almost like a work permit, and once you apply for it, you get it for up to 1 year, so which is like for 12 months, right? And then after you are getting that visa, you can extend it for up to 2 to 3 years, and it really depends. And all of this process is going to happen online. And as I told you before, the processing time is in less than 7 days. Now recently, Luxembourg government has come out with e-visa process, so you can actually get this e-visa in less than 48 hours as well. So sometimes the processing time can actually be as less as 2 days. If you are someone who is always suspicious about these kind of activities, you must be thinking, wait a sec, why is Luxembourg government making so many different rules and why is it changing so much, right? It's because it has experienced major skill shortage, or how they would like to call it, high demand jobs. So usually Luxembourg used to have a lot of EU citizens applying for its jobs and everything, right? But nowadays, because of everybody moving online and starting their own online business, this has not become a trend. So what happens is that they are now experiencing this shortage of skills, and that's why it has opened its door to all of the world. So that's why you have a chance here now. Besides that, Luxembourg is one of the world's richest country, and that's why it also offers really good pay. Besides that, if you were to work in Luxembourg and if you were to live in Luxembourg, you can access its public transportation for free. So literally, there is no ticket for riding any of the public trams and transits. But here's a word of caution. A lot of the people who live in Europe, you know what they do? They would work in Luxembourg, but they would live in Germany. So that way they would be earning a lot of money, but also not be spending that much because the goods and services are a little bit cheaper in Germany as compared to Luxembourg. So if you do decide to settle in Luxembourg, then this could be one of your chances where you get to ride free public transportation all over the country without any extra cost. The second reason that you should consider moving to Luxembourg is because of its free education. So it provides free high school education for all of the children that are living there. So usually, education system, you would know that how much it costs, but Luxembourg has public school system and that's why it's really cheap. Also, it is known for its really world-class education. So you don't think that, oh, well, it won't be giving that great opportunities for my kids. It actually will. So these are the two main reasons that you should be motivated to move to Luxembourg. Now let's talk about the types of jobs and what are the kinds of jobs that you can do. So first is skilled jobs. Now there are a variety of skilled jobs that are available in Luxembourg, but the most in-demand skilled jobs are project management, IT projects, of course, and anything related to software, The other jobs that are really high paid are any engineering related jobs such as civil engineers. It also really gives a good importance to mechatronics and like mechanical engineering. And you know what? A fun fact that teachers are also very highly paid in Luxembourg. So if you are a teacher, then this opportunity is definitely for you. Some of the non-skilled or unskilled professions that are really high in demand in Luxembourg are cashiers, warehouse workers, delivery drivers, janitors, construction workers, tour managers, some of the hotel industry related positions. And these are all the jobs that require almost no experience or very low qualification. So for example, even if you have completed your secondary school or your high school, then this is something that's for you. Now you must be thinking, oh, how do I learn their language, right? Unlike Germany or France, in Luxembourg, English is widely spoken language. So it is highly likely that just with a proficient English knowledge, you will be able to apply for any jobs. Although bear in mind that there is no IELTS or TOEFL requirement, so there is no language requirement that you have to prove. However, in order to pass the interview, you should be able to speak a good level of English. Now let's look at salaries, right? How much can you get paid if you were to do a basic job in Luxembourg? So the average salary can range anywhere from 48,000 to 100,000 euros per annum. Now, but let's look at each of the unskilled and skilled worker positions and how much would they be paying so that you can have a better idea of whether you want to apply for these positions or not. So the average salaries for, let's say, a project management would be somewhere around 88,000 annually, and all of these salaries are in euros. For the IT project manager, it would be somewhere around 70,000 euros per annum. For teachers, which is actually one of the really highly paid professions, is 85,000 euros per annum. And this in itself can talk about how good the education system might be there, and that's why they value their teachers and really they want to hire the best of the teachers in the world. For engineers, it would be somewhere around 60 to 100,000 euros per annum. Now for some of the unskilled positions, it could be, let's say, cashier position, then it is somewhere around 24,000 to 36,000 euros annually. For warehouse worker, 24,000 to 34,000. Delivery drivers, 24 to 35,000. Janitors, 22 to 33,000. Construction workers, 24,000 to 36,000. And all of these are unskilled positions. So it means that it doesn't require any education or any experience. So actually anybody, even if freshly graduated people, or if you're looking for a change in your career, or if you're just looking to move somewhere and really start fresh, then this is something that you can apply for. Okay, now comes the time for my bonus tip. The bonus tip is that make sure that you are crafting your resume and your cover letter according to European format. I get so many DMs saying that, Hiral, I'm not getting a job, I have been applying, but I don't even sometimes hear from the recruiters. And that's probably because each country has its own requirement. And if you were to not craft your resume according to that, then perhaps a recruiter will not even look at it and then will throw it in the dustbin. And that's why it is important to always craft your resume and cover letter according to the European format. If you would like a free draft for European formatted CV and cover letter, then leave a comment down below and then I will be sure to send you a link for yourself. Now let's talk about some of the websites that you can apply for, and Government of Luxembourg has actually created its own website so that you can submit your resume and you can get a personalized recommendations. Now as of today, this website had about 8,621 job postings. And upon just skimming through it, I found so many different job postings that were really good. So I would say that take a chance and then go right now on this website and create your own personalized profile and then look through the jobs. Now bear in mind, this is through the Government of Luxembourg itself. So really it has good postings as well as some of the really great companies. Also, one of the other bonus tips that I would like to give you is have a really good LinkedIn profile, because it would ask you to put in your LinkedIn profile, and then I think LinkedIn is something that is really very well regarded within Europe overall. So really that's a very good way to kind of market yourself as well. So that's one of the ways where you can find really great jobs, and it is a very reliable website because it's through the Luxembourg government. Now, the second and other websites that you can look for are these. Like, these websites are really very well known in Luxembourg, and if you were to find a job on these websites, then it will be really helpful for you. But one of the recommendations that I would give is never pay money to anybody, because there are frauds out there, and I don't want you to get demotivated, but also at the same time I also don't want you to spend money. Nobody will be asking you money for your interviewing stage or for any other subsequent stages, right? So please do not rely on anybody, and don't think that they are asking money and then you should be paying it. So these are the websites that in which you can apply. Please take a screenshot of it. If you haven't taken a screenshot, please go back and then take a screenshot of it. And that's all for today. If you have more questions, then feel free to put them in the comment section below. If you would like a personalized resume and cover letter samples, then also feel free to comment below and I'll be sending it to you. I'll see you next time. Until then, stay safe, be happy. Bye.